All right, guys, welcome to tonight's True Life Tribe Mastermind. I am your host, Angie, and really excited about tonight's mastermind. I'm going to be digging into some things that go into inner work, and that's what I really love to make my masterminds and my videos about is all the inner work, because really with business, online business, it's more of a personal development and an inner journey than anything. So all of the strategies and techniques for online business can kind of be brushed over like in the blink of an eye, and it's really the inner work that we do that helps us to be successful entrepreneurs online. So tonight we're going to be talking about um, being okay with where you're at. And when you discover a place in yourself where you can be okay with where you're at in your life right now, you will be able to walk through the doorway to your freedom. And we'll get into how holding on to those things that thoughts and feelings about things that you don't want in your life right now, places that you're not happy with where you're at. We're going to talk about how those are holding you back from walking through the door to your freedom. So before I get into that, if this is your first time on the True Life Mastermind Hangout, thank you for being here. Congratulations on showing up and doing this for yourself and honoring your dreams and your goals that you're trying to accomplish. And being here is a big deal. It's a big step because you're taking action on your dreams. You're not just sitting and using wishful thinking to hopefully someday manifest your dream lifestyle. You're actually here taking steps, action steps, right? Which is the most crucial element to you actually achieving and manifesting your dreams. So, before we get into it tonight, guys, I just wanted to share a little bit. If this is your first time here, I'm Angie, my husband's Dave, and you've probably seen our videos and stuff, sharing a little bit about who we are. And I just wanted to dig into that a little bit so you guys are familiar with who we are, what our story is, where we've been, and how we got to where we are now. So about 4 years ago, Dave was working in a cubicle job. I was a stay-at-home mom, and we were really just struggling, like, across the board. We were struggling, like our whole life was a struggle. Like he was stuck at a cubicle job that was like, breaking him down, like mentally, emotionally, spiritually. He was chronically stressed. He had anxiety, like, really, really chronic anxiety, and constantly worrying and stressing about things. And, barely had any time with the family. And we're a family. Like we love being together. We love keeping our family together, and have always been homeschoolers and have always wanted to keep our family together. So it was a very big struggle for us having him gone, 5 days a week, and gone like 12 hours a day because of the commute and everything, not to mention how, the toll that was taking on him. But so he was doing that, and I was a stay-at-home mom, and I really felt like I was not living up to my fullest potential. Like I really felt that I could do so much more in my life. Homeschooling my children is massive. It's a big, accomplishment. It's a big thing that I'm doing in my life, and that's wonderful. But I really felt like I could step it up, and that I should step it up in my life, and that I could help more people, right? And so part of my journey was becoming a yoga teacher, and that was stepping more into my potential and being able to help people. So, but back to where we were at, we were separated all the time. We were struggling. We were living on one income, struggling on that, and really just not living the life that we had dreamt of living. When Dave and I got married, we actually got married when I was 16, and we've been married now 16 years. So incredible. It's incredible. We're so young and we've stayed together for so long. It's pretty cool. Brag. Sorry for the brag. It's pretty cool. But anyway, our dream was to be married, to be able to travel, to be able to pursue our spiritual journey, things, the people, the spiritual places we wanted to go, spiritual teachers we wanted to visit and we wanted to train with. And we wanted to also just be able to travel in general. We always loved Mexico, and we always loved spending time in Mexico. being on the beach and just enjoying life together. And when we were, in that situation with him in that job, that was pretty next to impossible, aside from, the, occasional weekend trip that we might be able to take if we're not too exhausted from the week. And then, maybe he'll get a couple weeks vacation, and then that was like when we could do anything. It was really, really limiting. And I know a lot of you are living that. And, we shouldn't have to live like that. We shouldn't have to be limited like that. We shouldn't have to, have somebody dictate to us that we're only going to have 2 weeks. Or how about when your baby is born, that you're only going to have, a month or whatever with your baby, and then it's off to the daycare center, or if it's off to the babysitter and you're back to work. Like, we shouldn't have to live like that. And some people are living like that and they're totally okay like that. But for us, it wasn't what we wanted. And we didn't want to be apart. We wanted to be together, and we wanted to be free to travel, to live where we want to live, not be tied to a location because of work, to be free to just get our laptops and go where we need to go. And that's our, we have our work with us. We can sit down and do our work. As long as we have a camera and a laptop, and an internet connection, we're good to go. We can be anywhere we want. So we began looking online, looking for ways to generate our own income as entrepreneurs. And we had developed some programs, a meditation program, and an anxiety program, actually, because we had done a lot of inner work and healed from chronic anxiety and stress and depression, and actually made a program for that. And it was really cool. It had Dave put together an entire, training program that people could go through. We had it up on Facebook. We had our, things going and trying to market it and stuff. And we just did not know how to market online. And that was like a crossroad for us. It was like, we had tried making money online. We had tried creating our own products. We had tried marketing. And that was like where we hit a block. It was like, we have to learn internet marketing. We're not going to be able to move forward in our entrepreneurial journey, in our journey towards freedom, if we don't learn how to market online. And so that's what brought us to the current business that we're in, because the current business that we're in is all about internet marketing, and it's all about training you to be a good internet marketer. So things that I have learned since being in this business are phenomenal, and things that I never could have figured out on my own. So I'm extremely grateful to have the support and to have the training that I've been given in this business that we're currently in. And we've been in this business since 2012. So it's phenomenal. It's life-changing, transforming. I've dropped 65 pounds since being in this business. And I attribute a huge percentage of that to the personal growth and development that I've had to, that I've put myself willingly through in order to grow myself as an online marketer, as an internet marketer. So again, like I said in the beginning, it's probably a good 95% of this business is personal development and inner growth and stepping into your full potential. The other 5% or 10% is the strategies, techniques, the actual physical putting yourself out on social media and that kind of thing. So that's our story in a nutshell. And we're very happy with where we're at right now in our lives, and very happy with the way business is going. And so what I want to get into tonight is our topic of the night. Okay. So we're going to be talking about being okay with where you're at. Okay. And what does that mean? What do I mean when I say being okay with where you're at? Being okay with where you're at and finding a place within yourself where you can be okay with where you're at does not, let me clarify, does not mean surrendering, accepting, dealing with, putting up with the crappy situation you might be finding yourself in. Okay, let's make that 100% clear right now. I am not telling you to just be happy with the crap that's going on in your life, things that you're not happy with. Okay, so just to clear that. So What I want to talk to you, what I do want you to understand is that you can be in those unfavorable conditions in your life, those things that are not so pleasant in your life, and still find a place of inner peace with them. And we'll get into it, but that's going to be your doorway to your freedom. That's going to open up things for you so that you can access your freedom. And we're going to go through that. I'm going to show you exactly how. So when we have situations in our life that are unpleasant, things that we don't like, things that, we're in stressful situations, we're in, maybe we're not making enough money, or maybe we have relationships that are suffering. Maybe our relationships are suffering because of our work situation. We're at a job we don't like. We're doing work that we don't love, that we're not passionate about. And so those things, those situations, circumstances in your life can create unwanted thoughts and feelings, right? I don't want to feel this way. I don't want to be stressed all the time. I'm so angry. I'm so fed up. I feel so trapped in my life. And you don't want those feelings, right? You have those unwanted thoughts and feelings. And that resistance that you have towards those unwanted thoughts and feelings can create stress, depression, and feelings of being trapped. Like you're just being, trapped in your own life, in your own skin. And you feel like you're living someone else's life. That was a feeling that I had back when I was, just a stay-at-home mom, just, paying the bills and doing the groceries and cleaning the house and doing the homeschooling, which I love that part of it. But, I really felt trapped, and I felt like I wasn't living my life, my own life, the one that I want to be living, the one that I wanted to be pursuing in my life. So, those unwanted feeling, that having that resistance to those thoughts and feelings that are coming as a result of those, external things that are happening around you, is going to create more stress, depression, and feeling trapped. And so when we're feeling stress, when we're feeling anxiety, depression, and feelings of being trapped, being backed into a corner, I've been there before, feeling backed into a corner, there's nowhere to go, you got no wiggle room. Those feelings don't allow you to walk through your doorway to freedom. They don't open the door, and they keep that door shut, and you can't access your freedom when you're feeling those feelings. So my goal tonight is to walk you through a technique that you can use to help you to release, to open up, to accept those unwanted thoughts and feelings that you're having about those situations that are unfavorable in your life, to help you to come to a place of inner peace and acceptance with them. And again, I'm not talking about dealing with them. I'm not talking about putting up with them, tolerating them. I'm saying for you to come to a place of acceptance, openness to them, and allowing them to be there. And we'll get into, a specific technique for you to go through to help you to open up to those. But once you're able to reach that using this technique that I'm going to share with you, you're going to find that in that release, you're able to take the actions that you need to take in order to achieve your freedom, in order to be able to open that door to your freedom. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the actual technique that I'm going to give you, that's going to give you that structure that you can use to help yourself to find that place of acceptance and inner peace with where you're currently at. So the very first thing that you can do with those unwanted thoughts and feelings, that stuff, that's the turmoil that's going on in your mind, that is keeping you feeling trapped in your life, feeling like you can't achieve your dreams, like you can't have your freedom. Okay, those thoughts and feelings that are going on. What you want to do is take time to do this, like sit down and like if you're meditating, right? It's a meditation. It really is. It's a form of meditation. And so, you want to sit somewhere quiet where you're not going to be interrupted, and you want to observe those thoughts and feelings, okay? Just observe them with curiosity. Look go inside and just observe. Just witness them. I don't know if some of you might have taken a yoga class it's pretty popular. So probably a good percentage of you have taken a yoga class before. And in a yoga class, they tell you to observe your thoughts and feelings, observe the feelings in your body that you're experiencing throughout the class. And they make a point to say not to judge what you're feeling or experiencing, what you're witnessing happening inside of you, what you're observing. And so you want to go into this without judgment, without trying to figure what it is, or trying to judge it or solve it or make any kind of, do anything with it. You just want to observe it and be present with it. And so the next thing that you can do is that you can welcome that thought, those thoughts or those feelings, welcome them as you would a guest in your own home. Invite them in for tea. And this is so powerful because when you welcome those feelings in, when you invite them in and say, yes, you're here. Yes, I'm accepting you being here. And you just witness and you be present with those thoughts and feelings, those unwanted thoughts and feelings, and you stop with the resistance. When you stop with that resistance, I really want to make a point of that, because when you stop resisting, right? And I have to go into this example of the quicksand, okay? When you get stuck into quicksand, what is the worst thing that you can do? The worst possible thing that you could do if you're stuck in quicksand. And it's completely the opposite of what we would like to do, right? It's completely the opposite of what our minds and our feelings are telling us to do. And it's to resist, right? That's exactly what our minds and our feelings, our emotions are racing and telling us to resist, to get out, that you don't want it. But the solution is this. The solution is to lay back, accept, observe, come into contact with it, welcome it as a guest. Make space for it. We'll move through some more of these. Make space for it. Allow it to be there. Allow those unwanted thoughts and feelings, allow them to be there. And then hold it. You can make space for it and soften up around it. Become soft with it. I'm acknowledging you here. And hold it lightly. And you can breathe into it. Welcome it. Breathe into it. Be with it. Be present. And let go of the resistance. And yes, I'm in the frame. I wanted to make sure I was in the frame down there, but yeah. And you can put your arms around it with loving compassion. And a little side note, I had mentioned that I dropped 65 pounds. You guys, this was a huge role in my weight loss journey. This was like massive. Like daily, I would apply these things. And actually, I didn't quite know it like this. I didn't have like this formula here, but I know looking back that I did these things. I observed the unwanted thoughts that I had about my current situation. I was 100 pounds overweight at the time. And, I would observe those thoughts of hopelessness. And you might be in that situation too. You may not be 100 pounds overweight, but you might have a desperate financial situation. And, lots of unwanted thoughts and feelings can come in, thoughts about, I don't want to be in this situation, or I feel pretty hopeless in this situation. How am I ever going to get out? What's the point of even, making any kind of effort? I would acknowledge those thoughts, thoughts like, I'm 100 pounds overweight. Can I even get this fat off my body? Is that even possible? Even though I've seen other people do it, I still have the thoughts. Can I even do it? Is it even possible for me? And, I would just hold those thoughts softly and I would say, I know. And I would continue doing what I needed to do. And that is what is going to help you to get through your door to freedom. That is what is going to help you by acknowledging, by observing, by accepting, by becoming okay, being open to where you're at, to be hearing those thoughts and feelings and just observing them, holding them lightly, and wrapping your arms around them with loving compassion and saying, I know, I know. And then moving forward out your doorway to freedom. And that action of moving forward out the doorway to your freedom, that is you acting even though you're carrying those feelings, even though you're feeling thoughts of doubt, even though you're feeling frustrated with your current situation, acknowledging, observing, holding them lightly, and still moving forward into what's important to you in your life. Because when we don't do that, okay, guys, why is it important to do this? Because when we don't do that, we are here. We're in resistance. We're in a state of resistance. We're stressed. We're depressed. We have anxiety. And we feel trapped. We can't move. And because we feel those things, we don't take the right actions that are going to lead to our freedom. They're not going to let that door be open for us so we can step into the things that we need to in order to be free in our lives. And what is freedom? Freedom is being able to do what you want with the people you want, where and when and how you want. At least for me, that's my definition of freedom. It's not being tied down to a location or a job. It's not being, having a boss telling you, dictating to you when, how, and where you're going to be on a vacation. It's not your job dictating to you how much you're going to earn, right? Putting a ceiling on how much you can earn. That should be up to you. That should be your choice, how hard you're going to work in your life and how dedicated you're going to be to having the abundance in your life that you want. That should be in your hands, not some corporate boss or some, any kind of place that you might be working a job, right? It should be in your hands. That should be up to you. And you should have the freedom to go where you want and be with the people that you want to be with. I know when Dave was working at his corporate job, working in a cubicle, there were times when, he was very saddened by the fact that he was closer to the people he worked with. He was closer to his coworkers than he was to his family at times. And I know that firsthand because I was at home waiting for him and really not feeling connected at times. And, like I said, it can put a strain on your relationships, living that lifestyle, living the 9-to-5 grind, the rat race kind of lifestyle. It puts strains on your relationships. And that was a huge reason, why Dave and I started on this journey. That's why we became entrepreneurs. That's why we even looked into everything. It was a huge factor. It was because we cared that much about our relationship, saw it going down the tank, and had to do something about it. So let's see where we're at. Yeah. So this is the process, guys, for opening that door to your freedom. And, you might want to take time to sit down and jot down what, the common things that you think are frequently going through your mind. Thoughts of hopelessness, thoughts of frustration, thoughts of, worry about your future, worry about where you're at and where you're going. And just take time to observe those. Sit with them. Spend time, allowing those things to be there, and then write down what it is that you need to do to move forward in your life. Because that is the essential step. Not getting, and this is something I wanted to mention, was not being so, what is the word? Not entangled, not, it's not immersed. It is, moving around might help me remember. Well, I'm not going to remember it, but it is just the thing of being so so wrapped up in, so identified. That's the word, identified. Okay. So being so identified with these thoughts that you lose yourself in them, and then you fail to take the actions that you really need to be taking in your life so that you can have your freedom, so that you can get to those things, manifesting those things, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, living up to your highest and fullest potential, living up to the things that you know that your higher self is telling you that you need to be doing, that's giving you signals that you need to be doing, and unfortunately not being able to respond to those things because you're in a state of stress, resistance, anxiety, and depression and things like that. So getting to a place where you can open up, give space for those feelings so that you can still do what you need to do. And, a little side story, I've dealt with, some anxiety and stuff doing these hangouts. That's something that doing my hangouts or doing my blog posts, especially when I first started blogging, I dealt with so much anxiety. I would stutter. I would not be able to, I couldn't even think about what I needed to talk about sometimes. I would lose track. I'd draw blanks. And, I still had to push forward in my business. I still had to do the next blog post or make the next video or do the next mastermind, regardless of what I was feeling inside, because that was what was important to me. But I didn't just put up with those feelings. I didn't just deal with them being there. I didn't just say, oh, well, tough. You feel like that. You feel like crap when you're trying to make your video. Tough. No, I made room for them. And I said, I acknowledge that you're here and that's okay. But I'm still going to do what I need to do. I'm still going to make my videos. I'm still going to make my masterminds. I'm still going to connect with people who are interested in joining my business because it's what's important to me, because it's what I want in my life. It's because it's what gives me the valuable life that I want, right? The life that fills in all of the things that are important to me, that I'm able to travel, that I'm able to be together with my family, I'm able to be with my kids and provide for my kids the way that I wanted to. That was a big one. And just a little income disclaimer, results are not typical because most people don't take typical action, and Dave and I have not taken typical action. We have been not typical and taking action, and we've not allowed ourselves to get stuck on things and be feeling trapped. And so, I just want you guys to know that it's real and it works if you apply this. You apply what I'm sharing with you, and I'm going to have this up on the blog so you can go back and watch it again. I'm actually going to send out the replay tomorrow in case it's gotten too late for you wherever you are. And you'll be able to watch the replay of this so that you can go back through this and have these notes to help you go through this technique and help you to break free, right? To have an opening in yourself that's going to allow you to step into your dreams, going to allow you to manifest what you want in your life, right? Because you're going to be able to take those action steps that are really important to you, regardless of what's going on inside, regardless of any challenging thoughts, things that are challenging you, challenging your belief in yourself. You're going to be able to push forward and step into your freedom, regardless of those things when you apply this technique. So it looks like we're right at the half-hour mark. I don't want to keep you guys too late. My family's in the living room waiting for me. Mom's got to be mom and spend time with family aside from business stuff. And the beauty of it is that I'm right here in my home working. So that's pretty cool that I get to do that. So yeah, if being if being able to be free in your life is important to you, if you're on this hangout because that's important to you, right? I'm assuming that you're not here except that freedom is important to you. Freedom, being able to be with the people you love, being able to do the things that are important to you, being able to have time for your passions. That was a big one for me. It was like being able to have the time and the financial freedom and abundance in my life to actually do the things that matter to me, to be able to get together with people that I need to get together with, or to go to the seminars that I need to get together, seminars that I want to go to, that I want to experience, and I want to help myself grow in my life and my family. You know, kind of lost my train of thought of where I was going with that. But, you know, I know that if you're here and you're watching this, it's because that's important to you also. And I want to invite you to join us. Join Dave and I by clicking the link down below. Jump on this entrepreneurial journey with us. Learn internet marketing and learn how you can make an income for yourself working from home. And you know, all you need is a laptop and an internet connection, and you have your work with you wherever you go. No longer being tied to a location, no longer having to do commutes, no longer having to drop the kids off at daycare, no longer having to be apart from your spouse that you love and you want to actually have a life with, right? We don't get married so we can never spend time together, you know? And yeah, so if you guys are interested, if you who are watching this would like to join us on this journey and begin unfolding your journey, you know, put those thoughts, you know, those doubts and thoughts of, you know, could this work for me? Could it really be something that could help me in my life? Put all that aside and just take action. You know, have those thoughts. Yes, they're going to be there, right? Because this is something new to you. This is something different. You maybe are not so sure about things. Allow it to be there. It's going to be there. It's new to you, right? And you don't know much about it yet. You know, so be open to that. Be you know, welcome that. And still push forward into checking something out that could potentially help you to get free, that can help you to step into your life of true freedom and abundance. And that's what we're all about here at the True Life Tribe, right? That's why we've named ourselves the True Life Tribe, is because we're all about family, freedom, abundance, and adventure. That's the True Life Tribe. And so if that's you, we want to invite you to join the tribe and jump on this journey with us. And I actually I've booked my my rooms, and I have my event ticket. I just need to book my flight. And end of April, I'm going to be in Nashville, Tennessee at the next business event. It's going to be a blast. Like, I'm so excited. It's going to be so much fun. I love connecting with everybody there. Every 3 months we get together, and it's always amazing. It's always a life transformation, right? That was a huge impact on me that happened at, you know, one of the last events was a big time in my life when I was able to shed a lot of weight and make some huge transformations, some huge inner transformations that could not have been done had I not gotten around the people that I did. And, you know, that's another thing. I'm not in this just to make an income. I'm also in it to not only for me to have an impact on others' lives, but also because I'm just surrounded by so many people that have had such a positive impact on my life that I think even if I never made a penny with this business, I would still choose to show up to those events. I would still choose to surround myself with those people, stay in touch with them on Facebook, whatever, visit them. I would still make the effort, even if I never made a dime. And of course, that's not the case, but it's an added bonus. You know, it's like I get like the awesome freedom and abundance in my life, but I also get insanely awesome people to surround myself with and to learn from, and they've been my mentors, and it's just been phenomenal. So yeah, that'd be awesome if you join me in Nashville. That would be really, really fun. We can get together, talk business, and just have a blast. So with that, I'm going to wrap up tonight's hangout. And again, you know, click the link down below if you'd like to get started with Dave and I. We have an entire team site waiting for you. Okay, it's waiting for you. We designed it for you. Dave and I do have experience in product creation. So that was something that was important to us, that we put together a training for you guys. For those of you who joined the True Life Tribe, we've put together a whole team site that you can get in, and you can get plugged in not only to the system that we use, but also our True Life Tribe team site. You can get plugged in and get straight into the training that you're going to need to help you get your business launched and get you moving on the right track. It's all kinds of things that we things that we wanted when we were getting started, and things that we know that will benefit those who are just getting started out, having been there ourselves. So, and it's a complete walkthrough of our business. So you can, from A to Z, you can clone our business and get the same results if you apply it, right? I can't guarantee that. So, disclaimer, results not typical. It's only if you get in and you actually apply what we teach you. So, you have that opportunity in your hands. So if that resonates with you, sounds good to you, you're excited to get in and get that training and get moving on your path, on your journey, take action on that now. Honor that moment that you have right now to act on your dreams, and to not continue, being in this state of resistance and causing more stress and anxiety and depression for yourself as a result of not stepping into your dreams. So with that, I will end this True Life Mastermind, and I look forward to connecting with you guys and meeting you in person. I'd love to hang out with you in Nashville. And so for now, I will see you on next week's Wednesday night call, and you'll also be receiving my daily blog posts throughout the week. So you guys have an awesome one, and I'll see you next week. All right, bye.